Hey everybody, I'm Joey Evans.
And I'm Chris Yee.
And we have just taken on a new career as drone pilots.
Drone pilots, delivery package drivers, all mixed into one, and actually also a sous chef.
Yes, that's not included in this, but we do that as well. But we are very bad drone pilots, we have learned, right?
Right. I can only fly half the drone.
Yes.
You can only fly half the drone.
And sometimes he takes off and I have no idea where he's going. But so pretty much this is a game by Oink about being a drone pilot. So before we talk about how well of pilots we are, let's see how it's played. Okay, we are set up for a game of pick and packers right now. So this is pretty much you're going to become a drone pilot with the person sitting next to you. So what you're going to do is this is the drone right here, and each person is going to put a finger on it, and then they're going to fly it around to these different areas. And the rest of the table is going to guess, kind of speculate on how far they think you're going to make it. Now, these are all random when they're put out. These are all going to be put out in a grid, 3x3 grid just like this. And these cards are going to be dealt out. So there'll be random presents on each one. So first off, looking at it, everybody's going to speculate right here on where everyone's going to take a card and place it in front of them. So say this person says, I think you'll make it to number 5, which is right over here. They'll place that, put it down. All right, so everyone's going to speculate on how far the drone pilots are going to make it from 0, which is starting right here, all the way back to 9. So they're going to put that down, and the next person is going to take it, put one down. So, of course, you can't choose the same number. Okay, so here's the way it begins. It's going to begin right here on 0, and then you're going to take this present and place on top of the drone. Now, each person is going to get a finger. I'm, of course, doing it by myself, so I'll use both of mine. Much easier when they're both your fingers. And you're going to fly to the next number where the landing pad is already placed because this is number 1. So it's going to be up, and you're going to move it right here, all right? Then you're going to take this present, place it on top, any orientation you want to. You're going to place it on top of this. And now you're going to go all the way over here to 2. From 1 to 2. So again, they put both fingers on here, pick it up, and then take it to here. And this actually should have been placed on here. So then from here, you're going to place this on top, just like that. And this is going to go to the next location, which is down here, a 3. So you're going to keep going like that until one of the ending conditions, one thing is if everything falls, of course, then you're going to fail. Like if it falls between here and here, you're going to fall between 2 and 3. Also, if one of your fingers, as you're doing this, touches one of the presents, well, that also ends the challenge as well. And the last thing is you could end it by getting all the way to 9, which is extremely difficult. So you're going to find out where the last successful landing is. So if you were to land here, you're going to land in between 2 and 3. 2 is the last successful landing. So you're going to look through at anyone that placed the number 2. They're going to get 2 points plus 1 for correctly guessing where you're going to stop. Now, if they were to do below that, say somebody put a 1, they'll get 1 point. So if it's below the number that you actually stopped at, then you're going to get that number of points. But if you said they were going to go too far, like if one person had a lot of faith, he threw down a 5, well, that person gets 0 points. And the drone pilots are going to get points depending on the number they stopped at. So if they stop at 2 or that's the last successful stop, then they're going to get 2 points. Okay, so all the points are handed out and that round is finished. The turn is going to then move to the next player clockwise the table. You can return all the used presents right over here, present cards and presents. And speculation cards are going to go back in, and then you're going to start the new round. So again, everybody's going to be able to speculate on the next 2, which is going to be the next 2 people putting one finger on there. You're going to keep going till all the players have become the drone pilot twice, and then the game ends, and the player with the most victory points and the highest score wins. Well, that's it. That's how you play Pick and Packers and how you become a drone pilot. Pretty easy, right? Don't even need a license. Weird. Okay, so that was a quick overview. Let me tell you one thing with the overview, by the way. Me using both fingers, that's very simple. It's like I did it only to show you because when you see this, you're going to think it's pretty easy. You know, it's one of those when it comes out, you're like, this can be very simple. It is not.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For some people, no, for every people, the idea of trying to have 2 people apply kind of equal pressure or kind of agree on movement it's a weird psychological thing that happens where as soon as you start going, everyone goes, no, my left, that type of thing.
Oh, it's funny because when you're up there, okay, I kind of view this as almost the opposite of Tiny Laser Heist. Because that's one of those that I look at and think, that's going to be a lot of fun. And then it was just fine. This one I look at thinking, that won't be any fun. But man, because there are times when you're like, where are you going? Where are you going? And you don't think you're the one leading, but you are. And you end up way over there. Everyone watching just has a great time.
Yeah, this game specifically says 3 to 6 players.
Yeah.
But there's no reason you couldn't just do it with 2 people and just see how well you can do.
Right.
Or I think it maxes out at 6 players more or less simply because of the limit of like coin tokens.
Yes.
And stuff.
Yep.
But it's just one of those activities. Yeah, you can play it for the score.
Right.
And what you play through just a specific number of times. Everyone's been one of the co-pilots, and that's good. Also, if you just want to laugh, you can pull this out and say like, "Hey guys, we're going to deliver this teddy bear." Easy. It's not.
It's not at all. And that's the thing. The random draw matters so much in like how far away certain numbers are, but also what presents are coming up. It's like, all right, you're about to get that little skinny present. That really changes the way you view things. And a lot of these shapes, like the car, man, is brutal.
That is, yeah. When it's the first thing drawn and everyone has to sit there and do that little voting type thing. It's neat how much that really changes up how much confidence your friends are willing to publicly say they have in you.
Yeah, and the voting thing is interesting too, because if you're the first, I like to be the first one to vote, because so many times I will look for a number and it's not there. Yeah. I'm like, I think they're going to land on 4 too. So you have to figure out, do I go lower or higher? That is very interesting, because if you just go low, you'll eventually slowly get points. Mm-hmm. But if you have too much faith in your friends, you're going to lose this game.
It's a neat push your luck sort of feeling.
Right.
It's like push your luck, but it's really actually your friends' skills that you're pushing, which I think is neat. I think it's a good scoring thing. They did a good job of not just making this a fun... People don't like when we use the word gimmick because it feels like it's a cheap word, but... The central hook of this game is a gimmick.
It really is.
And it's fine. I think it's a very strong, good one. Mm-hmm. But I think also that the gamification of it with, drafting these bids and stuff, I think that's well done, which I applaud, because many games that have a fun hook don't necessarily have like a solid scoring around it.
Right.
This one manages both pretty well.
It really does. And it's one of those that it's 20 minutes, so it really is 20 minutes. And you'll want to run it back. And this is another one that people are going to see you playing it, and they're going to want to jump in.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So all right, where are you coming down? Any other final thoughts you have on it?
Yeah, my score for this one, I'm giving this one a 7. I think it's neat. I think it mostly packs away in the little oink box.
Yep.
Well, but not always. You kind of have to, massage some of the things in there. But if you have played other oink games or games like this, you kind of know what to expect. Is it brilliant? Not really. But is it a great, funny time? Yeah. So it's one that I can recommend. It reminds me of a little experiment where if you give a hula hoop to everyone and you tell them to hold it up with their fingers and say, okay, lower it to the ground. The first thing that'll happen is everyone starts picking it up. Taking that little psychological effect and making it a game. I'm glad they did that. So yeah, 7, I can recommend this one.
All right, I'm actually a bit higher than 8. Because this is something I really enjoy. This is what I really hoped it would be. It's a very small box. It's going to go in with your game night. It is, I hate to use the word filler, but it is. It's one of those really quick, comes out, and it's really fun to watch. This is very enjoyable. When it came out, I didn't think I'd enjoy it, but man, this is a blast. And Chris is terrible at flying drones. I mean, galactically terrible.
It's funny that you will go from one round doing really well, and all of a sudden the next round you're going in the right direction, and someone eases up pressure, and they just start both moving away. And you're like, what is happening right now? How did we get here?
Well, it's one of those things that you were doing so well with somebody else, and I thought, we're going to do great together. And I was doing well with somebody else. We came together. It's like, this is terrible.
I
don't think we made it to 1. But anyway, this is a really fun game. I think really all ages will enjoy this. But check it out if you want something quick and hits a table quickly. 20 minutes. It's a blast. So, all right. I'm Joy Evans.
And I'm Chris Yee.
We're going to go practice flying drones.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out What's Happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.